Hi, I'm Kell from Promenaid, and today I'm going to demonstrate how you can make smooth continuous bends in handrail or guardrail or grab bars without mitering or custom bending or welding using Promenaid Sprocketlock technology. This is a Promenaid Schedule 40 pipe. It comes in a number of anodized colors including silver and black and architectural bronze, and it's great for making posts or heavy-duty railings and guardrails. This is Promenaid Channelgrip piping. It has an exclusive channel that runs the full length in the underside of the railing, and that's great for installing brackets or clipping in our vinyl anti-slip extrusion, end caps, or even LED lighting. Because of the same diameter, you can mix and match the two types of Promenaid piping. But before you attach one pipe to another, or channel grip railing to channel grip railing in a bend configuration, you need to install a connector on the end of the pipe. Promenaid Schedule 40 piping requires a pipe connector, and this is what it looks like. It's got ribs that are going to grab on the inside of the tube. It's got a V-groove that runs around the perimeter, and it's got a toothed gear. When you install it inside the tube, you have to tap it in so only the V-groove and the tooth gear are exposed. I've got one installed at the other end at the correct depth. This screw has been tightened to expand the ribs inside, and the connector is held securely inside the pipe. For the channel grip railing, there's a similar connector. It also has a V-groove and a tooth gear, and it slips into the inside of the channel like that, and it's attached with 3 set screws. Finally, finish off with 2 set screws on the inside of the channel. Now that I've got channel grip connectors on 2 pieces of channel grip railing, I'm going to show you how we can connect them together using Promenaid Sprocketlock bends. Bends are available in a number of preset angles. This includes 90 degrees, 32 degrees, 14 degrees, 5 degrees, and 0 degrees, which is really not a bend at all, so we call it a collar. Each one of the bends is made in 2 pieces that clamp together using the supplied socket screws. Each Sprocketlock bend has a rib V and a series of small bumps on the inside. The V will fit in the V-groove of the connector, and the bumps will engage with the teeth to prevent rotation. Now, you can use a single bend to create a fixed angle, like this 90 degree. You install the set screws, and the whole arrangement becomes very strong and secure. The 32 degree bend is also useful for standard stairs, and 5 degree bend comes in very handy when you're going from a horizontal railing to a slope of a standard ramp. But the cool thing about Sprocketlock bends is that you can combine them in any combination to create other bends of any angle desired. So for example, if we wanted to go around a 45 degree angle, we would take a 32 degree bend and we would add the sprocket. This is the heart of the system. Looks kind of like an Oreo cookie. It has not 1 but 2 V-grooves and not 1 but 2 geared wheels on the outside. And that means that you can use a sprocket to make a joint between 2 bends. In this arrangement, I've added a 32 and a 14 to give approximately 45 degrees to go around a 45 degree corner. So here's where it gets really cool. If you can't create exactly the angle you require using 2 Sprocketlock bends, you can create any custom angle, any angle at all, with 3 Sprocketlock bends. And the key to that is to arrange the 3 bends so the 2 on the outside are exactly the same type. Let me give you an example. Let's say we want to create a 50 degree bend. We're going to start with the closest one that does not go over, and that would be a 32. Now we're going to add to the outside of the 32 2 identical bends that together exceed the 50. So I'm going to go with two 14-degree bends. That would normally take us up to 60 degrees. Now, I'll fit them on the railing, and I'll clamp them together. And I'll attach them using the socket screws that are provided with the bends. I've got a 4mm ball head Allen key. It's going to make this job go a lot faster than a standard L-shaped Allen key. Now, when I first tighten the parts together, I'm not going to bear down all the way on the screws. I'm going to leave them a little bit loose so that everything can still swivel. You'll see why in a minute. So there's our 60-degree corner. To turn it into 50 degrees, all I have to do is counter-rotate the middle piece. So it requires a little bit of manipulation. If you'll notice here, the two outer bends are still lined up, but the center 32 has been counter-rotated. And what that does is change the geometry so that what was a 60-degree angle is now a 50-degree angle. I can go all the way down to a lower angle on this bend, but I've selected this combination to make a 50-degree angle in the smoothest way possible. So let's say this is 50. Next step would be to align the outer channels. And when everything is in the perfect arrangement, I can tighten it all down. By tightening those screws, I've locked the V lip into the V channel of the various connectors, and I've engaged the little bumps on the inside of the bends with the teeth on the sprockets. So the entire arrangement has become very solid. It's exactly the 50-degree angle that we were looking for. The channels are arranged downwards so that we can clip brackets into them. And the whole assembly has created a smooth bend, a strong bend, without any welding, without any mitering, without any gluing, without any custom fabrication whatsoever. That's how Sprocketlock bends work.